punctual to a fault.
So is it good or bad she isn't back yet?
Well, if her lunch meeting has gone on longer than expected, that means they either hit it off and lost track of time, or she's trying to salvage any kind of deal she can so she doesn't come back empty-handed. I'm guessing the former.
Yeah, I've seen her negotiate. She is good.
Ellen and Kayla built this place from scratch. That takes some doing.
Yeah, along with a loan from the bank.
Aren't we supposed to be having a meeting right now?
Ellen isn't back yet.
That doesn't sound like her.
I wonder what's taking her so long.
A very important lunch date.
Hell, if any of us been lunch that long, we'd be written up.
Ownership has its privileges.
So who's she talking to anyway?
Well, she didn't tell me, but it says here, possible new customer and private label.
Who? One of those boutiques or beauticians? Those things almost never work.
So that's where I'll be taking my next vacation.
Oh man, you cannot beat the Delta. Boy.
The water skiing there is awesome.
Yeah, no, I prefer a more laid-back vacation. The only sport I'm doing in the water these days is fishing.
So why don't you take some time off? You're due.
I wish. No, I got way too much doing here.
Aren't we supposed to be having a meeting right now?
Ellen's not back yet.
What?
She's still at lunch? Let's all knock off early, gang.
That's it.
Sounds good, but I think this is going to be an important meeting.
You think so?
Yeah, I heard that there's a rumor that she's talking to a possible new customer.
I thought it was the sales department's job to talk to new clients.
Well, maybe they want to talk to the head honcho.
Well, there goes my commission.
Hey, if it's a big account, it could be good for all of
We'll
us.
see. So, who was Ellen talking to? Another startup trying to get off the ground?
I'll just bet it's another one of those.
Actually, Ellen is talking to a major retailer.
Which one?
She hasn't told me yet.
Really? We thought you two were partners.
Same here.
Yeah, but you and Ellen started this company.
Well, Ellen is the one who started this company. She just asked me to join when she realized she couldn't do it all alone.
But Ellen couldn't have built this company up without you. She can't sidestep you like that.
Yeah, she can't treat you like you're one of us peons.
Thanks, I appreciate it, guys. But Ellen is the founder of this company. I'm just here to keep everything on course.
Monica said something about private labeling. Rick, do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, we've done it before.
You know, I have to admit, I don't get the whole private label thing. I mean, I guess it's a compliment if someone wants to put their name on our product, but why should we hide our brand?
Well, on top of a wholesale price is a private labeling charge. Plus, it gives us an opportunity to get into retailers we wouldn't normally be able to get ourselves into.
So it'll be good in the long run.
You know, if we did get our product into hundreds of stores, that would definitely change things.
You know, it would help us to get into some of these new retail outlets. I mean, a lot of our regulars have gone under.
Well, what worries me is when we start changing ourselves for the market, you know, I think we should be relying on the quality of our product to attract customers because that's what's gotten us this far.
If only it was that easy.
But you agree with me, don't you, Kayla? We built this place up without any marketing schemes or outside business people.
Patty, I hear ya. But what works in the past doesn't always work in the present. You know, when you're first starting up a business, you've got no place to go but up. And then you take on more customers, you have to hire more employees. Along with that comes more obligations. Then you spend all your time looking at the balance books.
Hey, as long as we're heading that direction, it probably improves my chances to pitch my new idea.
You mean the liquid hand soaps?
It's a saturated
Well,
market, Rick.
it'll move. It'll move. You just market it right.
And, you know, Ellen would say it's a saturated market.
But you can talk to her. I mean, with the right amount of shelf space, it'll move.
I don't know, dude. I mean, Ellen can be pretty hard to convince.
Well, you know, she didn't used to be that way. She used to be more open to new ideas. I mean, the whole damn workplace used to be more loose.
Yeah, well, we were running this place out of a garage when I joined up. Remember, Carl? We used to take those long lunches so we didn't feel so cooped up.
Yeah, but we were talking shop, so hey, they were business lunches.
That's true.
I think they were actually tax deductible.
I bet they were.
I miss our work parties. I mean, even Ellen used to participate in the festivities.
Well, that sounds hard to believe.
Oh, she had a wild side. I mean, you remember.
Oh, well, I wouldn't exactly call her wild, but she definitely used to let her hair down more often.
Yeah, that's when she went by Ellie. I mean, she'd even join us for drinks down at Lloyd's once in a while.
I remember that. Remember, Carl? She used to even laugh at your raunchy jokes.
Yeah, well, I knew she had a sense of humor.
But Ellen
Just
was
a matter of coaxing it out of her.
But you know, Ellen was always the first one at work and the last one to leave.
Well, that was in the beginning when we all did everything and we had to work around each other. We just all did everything.
And you know, we had no idea if we were going to turn a profit.
But somehow we did.
And now we're in a business park with all the other business people. We used to talk about how we were going to shake the system up, and now we're a part of it.
Right.
You know, those were the good old days. I mean, we used to work together, We partied together. And then what happened?
I don't know. Whatever it was, I don't think any of us saw it happening.
Felt like a family back then.
So what was it like to be here from the beginning and see it grow?
Oh, it was really exciting. Every day we were learning something new.
You never knew what was gonna happen. You just had to deal with each new problem as it popped up.
Controlled chaos, that's what it was.
You know, back in those days, there was more give and take. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you know, when you're first starting a business, you're just trying to figure out how to run it. But then you fall in a routine and everything becomes set.
Yeah, like concrete.
But we're still here. And if that deal goes through, gosh, this could get us over the hump.
But if the deal is too big, we may not have the manpower or the equipment to deal with it. Don't you agree, Carl?
Yeah, well, production is at its limit right now. If we're gonna add any kind of workload, we're gonna need to upgrade.
Well, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it.
I hate to bring this up, but it is a possibility.
What?
You think Ellen might sell the business?
No, this place isn't for sale. That I wouldn't know about.
Well, I'll tell you what's bothering me is what if there were new people and they wanted Ellen to cut costs by letting me or someone else go?
No, I guarantee that's not going to happen.
I don't know. I've had a number of raises over the years. What if they found someone younger, just starting out and willing to work for less?
No way they get rid of you, Patty.
Patty, you're the heart and soul of this company.
Oh, well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
It would take too long to train your replacement anyway.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, there's the truth.
Nobody needs to worry. Nobody's getting fired. There's plenty of work for everyone to do.
Yeah, we could actually hire a few more people.
Well, maybe there's something in the works, but I don't know. Ellen's been keeping me in the dark as much as you guys, but if I hear something, I'll let you know as well.
Hey guys, here she comes.
Everybody look busy.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ellen.
I'm sorry I'm late. I just lost track of time.
So, how was lunch?
Good. It went very well. I admit I was a little apprehensive about the meeting at first, thinking they would act like they were above me, but they were actually pretty down to earth. We really hit it off.
Sounds like you charmed them.
And made a good first impression. Very important.
Yes, it is, and I made sure I did that.
Well, I'm sure they were doing the same.
I know how these things work, Kayla, okay? Everybody always tries to put their best foot forward at first, but I was genuinely impressed with them. They were smart, friendly with it, and they really seemed to like our products.
So, are we going to get something for all that free product we sent them?
You have to give something to get something. Monica, could you file these papers for me, please?
I'll get right on it.
Thank you. Were there any messages?
No one important.
Okay.
So, is there a plan?
Is there an open order already?
Not yet. Those were really just the letters of intent. But now that everybody's here, let's talk about this. We have a lot to do. So I'm feeling really good about this meeting that I had with these people. In fact, we were so into our conversations, we barely touched our food.
So, did they make a plan for the opening order?
Not yet, but we made some progress and we've come close to making a tentative agreement for a very sizable opening order.
And how big is that going to be?
I'm anticipating 20 to possibly 30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's more than I expected.
You know, here's what happens. When that opening order comes, it's always the biggest. And then after that, it's just resupplied inventory.
Oh, this one will be bigger than that.
How so?
Because the people I talk to are from CostSmart.
They got at least a couple hundred stores up and down the West Coast.
275 and counting. This could be the big opportunity we've been waiting for.
So, did you make a plan for the opening order?
Well, they really seem to be interested in our lotion line, the defoliant mix, and the bath oils. So I'm thinking about 10,000.
How much of each? Do they want more of the lotion?
They have been selling more and more lately.
No, 10,000 each.
Seriously?
Whoa, an order that size is going to take some time and some overtime. So when do they want it?
I told them 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Look, I hate to be the downer here, but I mean, we're still having issues with the damn filling machine.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, if we're gonna have an order this big, I want to definitely look at that machine.
I have already considered that. But with this new order, we'll be able to afford new equipment and get rid of all the old stuff.
Wait a minute, no, all we need are some new parts and some upkeep. Everything will be running like new again.
But wouldn't it be better if we modernized? We'd be more up to date and we wouldn't have to worry about parts or repairs for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure there's enough in the budget to get whatever it is we need to keep us running. Any chance for an advance from the Cosmart people?
It was all I could do to swing this deal. Besides, if you ask for money up front, it makes it look like you're having money problems.
We are having many problems.
Every business will tell you they're having money problems if you ask them, but you just don't go around announcing it. We're just going to have to do the best we can and make the best with what we have. Then we'll be able to do the order, get paid, and then we'll be able to hire quality workers. There's always room for improvement, you know, there really is. But we really do need to discuss the details of this order.
Well, let's get to that.
Okay, so like I said, we need the lotion line, we need about 10,000 each, we need the defoliant mix, we need the bath oils, and I had told them 6 weeks. So what we're gonna have to do is divide up production over the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Whoa, wait a minute. I really think it's gonna take a lot longer than 3 weeks.
We have to think positive, guys. I have faith in you to keep it going. The sooner we can get this order done, the sooner we can get paid. Then we can hire quality workers, afford new equipment, maybe even give everyone a raise. At least we don't have to cut into payroll.
There you go.
Thank God for that.
Well, you know, it's my understanding that some of our customers still owe us, and I know it's the accounting department, but wouldn't it help if we could get something from them?
Well, we're working on it, but you know, money's tight these days and some of our retailers might be going under.
You know, that's too bad. A lot of those guys were our mainstays.
And that's why we need to get ourselves into more retail markets. Those are the businesses with the staying power. And it's not like we're gonna hire temps or something.
Sounds like we're going mainstream.
Well, when everyone's doing better than you, you have to go with what everybody else is doing.
What we do is about more than making money, isn't it? We're part of something bigger.
I know, Patty, but the new age 70s are over. Markets change, economies change, times change. And the thing is, most people are shopping at the mega mall where they can get the best deal at the chain retail outlets rather than some out-of-the-way boutique. And we're not going to hire temps, as I said. You know how that works. You have to pay the agency and pay the workers, and then you have to train them. And most of the time, they just don't work out. Once we fulfill this order, we'll be able to hire quality workers instead of temp agency yokels. We're just going to have to push ourselves harder.
Aren't we already doing that?
There's always room for improvement. You know, every business will tell you that they have these problems. We've been through the same economic ups and downs as everybody else. We're just going to have to make do with it. I have faith in you guys.
Look, if we have problems doing the production run, that is going to put us so far behind.
The sooner you can get to the problems, the sooner you can get to the solutions.
Well, I have to say, we may not be the biggest, but we do make a quality product, and that's what's gotten us this far. And don't we have most of our debt paid down? It seems like we're doing pretty well.
We do have most of it paid down, but once we fulfill this order, we'll be able to pay it off completely.
You know, I think we should consider hiring some new people here. Otherwise, we're going to be here on the weekends. We're going to be doing double shifts in order to get this done. And that is going to mean a lot more overtime pay.
I spend every waking moment thinking about this company. We're just going to have to push ourselves harder, and then we can hire more workers, okay? I am not asking anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself.
Take it easy, Ellen. We all want this to succeed.
Yes, of course. It's just daunting.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow up. I just got caught up in all my plans. I know it's going to take a lot of work, but I've already been strategizing.
So, is this new order a go?
Yes, it's pretty definite. I think that it's going to work out well for us. It'll be the opportunity we need.
Well, I guess we better get started. Anybody got a current inventory list?
Well, we're going to have to divide up the order among 50 stores operating out of 2 distribution centers. And if all goes well, that means we'll be able to ship out everything we need to fulfill the order in just 2 shipments.
This may be the biggest distributorship we've ever gotten involved in.
So the sooner we get started, the sooner we can get this going.
Once we're in that pipeline, our product will be everywhere.
I mean, you guys realize that the biggest batch we've ever done with any of our products is 2,000.
Well, we're just gonna have to do the best we can, and like I said, then we can hire more workers, replace the equipment, and maybe even give everyone a raise.
That would get me to be positive.
Yeah, I think that would make us all positive.
Good, because I need you all to be on board.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it, and I know we can do it. I do worry, though, that as we grow, we may lose some of the things that made us what we are.
What we are right now is a company that needs to grow. It's no secret that people are shopping where they can get the best deal. That's just the way it is.
I have a question.
Yes.
How come Costmart is only letting us into 50 of their stores? I mean, they're a hell of a lot bigger than that, Ellen.
Right. Well, the thing is, they want to give us a trial run, and if all goes well, then they'll move us into the other stores. Right now, they're putting us into the stores that best fit our demographic. So if that's it,
Oh,
yes?
So what is our demographic?
Neighborhoods that used to have boutiques.
Be that as it may, you have to go where the customers are. Now, if that's it, I have to make a few phone
I have
calls.
one question.
Yes?
I've been planning on finishing my MBA by taking some night classes, but there's a big increase in our productivity. Will I still have time to go to school?
We'll work around your schedule as best as we can, but meanwhile, any and all help that you can give us would be greatly appreciated. Anything else?
Yeah, something I forgot to bring up earlier. You know, the price of raw materials is going up, and I don't see it coming down again because of climate change. So, do you have a plan for that?
We're going to do our very best to adjust our formulas, and that's another reason why we need this order, because as soon as we get the order, we will get more capital, and that will allow us to lower production costs and keep them competitive with everyone else. We can't let the competition get too far ahead of us.
Well, couldn't we just hire a couple temps?
Rick, you know how I feel about temps. They're temp agency yokels. Let's just do this order first, okay? And then we'll be able to hire quality workers. And replace our equipment. And hopefully give everybody a raise. We're just going to have to push ourselves hard.
If we put too much of a strain on that filler, we're gonna have a bigger, more expensive problem, so.
Come on, guys. Please have faith and stay positive, okay? We're going to do the best we can with this. Now, I've got to make a few phone calls. Kayla, could I speak to you, please? So how did the meeting go?
Went all right for the most part.
But not a complete success?
Well, it's a lot for everyone to digest.
Oh, you two? I knew everyone would be hesitant at first, but I figure after a day or two you'll all think about it and realize it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, it's a smart thing to do, but it's still going to be a big adjustment.
What is it with this fear of success? I thought everyone would be more enthused.
We are getting in bed with a major retailer. Things won't be the same after that.
Is that what's got everyone so stressed out? I thought I knew the vibe around here.
You have been running around all over the place. You don't see the things that happen here.
Yes, I have been busy, but that doesn't mean I don't know what's been going on around here. All the meetings, lunches, and schmoozing I've been doing have all been for the good of this company. Now it's time to move us to the next step.
You know as well as I know that the bigger the production, the bigger the demands, and the more chances for things to go wrong.
No risk, no reward. I know we'll be able to deal with whatever lies ahead.
I'm just thinking ahead for the need of future outside help.
I already told you, as soon as we can afford it, we will hire more help.
No, that's not the kind of help I'm talking about. What if Costmart and their cronies decide they don't like the way we run our production? What if they decide they want to become corporate partners and start dictating how we run our business?
Now, what makes you think I would allow that to happen?
Because it happens all the time.
I am quite confident in my abilities to navigate through the business world.
I'm just afraid of they're putting their brand on our product.
And you don't think that's a good idea?
I'm just afraid we're going to get buried. If we lose our brand, what is it that we stand for?
We're not going to lose anything. This is going to be a gain. We will gain the capital that we need to expand.
So, it's about the bottom line and nothing else.
You handle the finances here. You should know that better than anyone else. We need to stay in business.
You started this business for reasons other than money.
Right. But we need to be able to stay in business. Our product is solid, yes, but the challenge is staying in business and being prosperous. You should understand that.
I have this fear that if we keep going in this direction, we're just going to get buried. I mean, what if we lose ourselves?
We are not going to lose ourselves. We are long past the startup stage. Now it's time for us to leave all that behind and move ahead. Are you good with that?
Got too much invested here. How can I walk away from that?
I don't know. You could probably land a good management position somewhere else. You know, I'd give you a good letter of recommendation.
Oh, and lose all my seniority? I'd have to start from square one. Besides, employees are a little bit suspicious of new management coming in from the outside.
Well, I seem to remember at a few trade shows you talking to the competition with a certain amount of interest.
I was just trying to see what the competition was doing. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. I just know you have a solid reputation in this industry, and I wouldn't be surprised if the competition tried to hire you away.
I promise you I am not going to the competition. But I do have a few concerns that everybody else has. How do I know that I'm safe? How do I know that CostSmart isn't going to replace me with someone that's going to work for less?
That's not going to happen.
You know as well as I know that once the big money people come in, they start throwing their weight around.
That's just not going to happen. Not as long as I'm in charge.
Can you guarantee that?
If I'm in charge, I can. But I'm not denying that we don't have to be prepared for what lies ahead. We are sailing into unknown territory.
Such as a possible buyout?
Perhaps.
So you have thought about it.
It would have to be a pretty big buyout for me to consider it. A big enough buyout for me to start a new business, okay? But there's a highly remote possibility of that happening. And even if it did, you would all still have your jobs. You're the ones who run this place.
This is supposed to be our big opportunity. Why do I feel so uncertain?
So what do you want to do?
Wonder what they're talking about now.
Hey, Steve, can you hear anything?
I can hear what they're saying, I can hear them talking, but I can't hear what they're saying.
Guess that's where all the important decisions are made.
No, it didn't used to be like that. Things used to be more out front.
Yeah.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard Kayla's looking out for other job opportunities.
That can't be. She's been here almost as long as Ellen.
No, you might be right. I was in Kayla's office the other day. I happened to look at her desktop, and she had it open to Craigslist.
Is she looking at job listings?
It's hard to tell, but she definitely didn't want to talk about it.
No, why would she want to leave?
Maybe the thrill is gone.
I hope she doesn't leave. She's taught me everything I know.
You know, maybe she's just tired of the pressure.
I've never seen Kayla get affected by pressure. She seems like to be the only one when it doesn't bother.
Must be a lonely feeling.
Sounds like I came here at the wrong time.
You know, not necessarily. I mean, the company is just going through a transition period. I mean, we're either going to succeed or not.
Yeah, but Kayla's like the connection between us and Ellen. If she goes, what would happen to the rest of us?
I didn't see any of this happening when I started here, and I don't want to have to start looking for another job again.
You know what they say, the best time to look for a job is when you already have one. I think I hear him coming. So, did you get your parking spot or a new gold watch?
No, we were just strategizing.
So, what do you think about the possibility of this new order taking place?
It's a go. Yes, it is.
Well, I guess we need to get started.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess
Got a
so.
new inventory list?
Yeah, I got one right here.
Kayla, are you gonna join us?
Oh, I have to go check my messages. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're still here. We were afraid something bad was going to happen to you, and this place just wouldn't be the same without you.
Thanks. Nice to be appreciated.
Well, absolutely. You've been my mentor, and I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for you. And all this activity has me wondering about my future here, and I just don't have the same experience that everyone else here has.
You're doing a good job. You'll be fine.
Well, thanks for believing in me. It just feels like everything is jumping to the next level, and I just hope I'm up to it.
You are. Just stay strong.
That's going to be a challenge.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah, I know. I just have to admit that I'm a little apprehensive over what's going on.
Look, you can't let it get to you. I'm serious. Okay, look, I haven't told anybody this, but I'm going to be leaving. I'm getting a job at the university.
How come?
Well, better benefits, more reliable, and besides, I've got the same fears as you.
So let's face it together.
I'm not as young as you. And besides, I need to get into stable ground, something a lot more reliable. I feel like I've done all I can here.
Does Ellen know?
No, nobody knows.
Well, if you're not here, I don't see any reason why I should stay.
Look, you have to stay. You have to. You're the one that can do it.
What about Rick or Patty or Carl? I mean, they've all got a lot more experience than me.
Oh, and you know, and they're great at what they do. But what's needed is someone who can just hold things all together. Someone who could see the big picture.
That feels like a lot of weight.
But it's also a great opportunity. Look, you can rise with the company and gain valuable experience. That you can use here and take with you anywhere.
You really think I can do it?
Of course I think you can do it. I wouldn't put these responsibilities onto you if I didn't think you could do it. But you've got to believe in yourself. Yeah, so I'm gonna go check my messages.
Hey, Mandy, come on over. Let's get started.
Yeah, we've got a lot to plan out.
Yeah, I'll be right there.